Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event with your host, the star of Politically Incorrect, Bill All Day Maher. In this corner, the stars of Ready to Rumble, David Arquette, Joe Pantoliano, Rose McGowan, and Diamond Dallas Page.
Okay, thank you very much, Michael. Let me catch you up. I don't know what that means. On the Juan Gonzalez situation, Juan Gonzalez, Elian's father, finally arrived in Washington today. I'm sure you saw that. He is a little bitter because they kidnapped his son. I can understand this. So he wanted to see Clinton. He wanted to see some of the sights. And then he said he wanted to meet Ted Kennedy. He said, here's another guy who knows what it's like to have a chick drown on him. Yeah, it is becoming so politicized, the situation, I tell you. In Washington, the supporters of Al Gore have formed a human chain around the last 3 things he won't say to get elected. It's a terrible situation. And it's funny, you know, Juan Gonzalez, Elian's father, in Washington only about 10 hours now, and George Bush is already running attack ads calling him a Washington insider. I tell you, it's a situation that you... Thank you. And speaking of Washington insiders, the House of Representatives, your Congress, has voted for the 3rd time in 5 years. It will not pass, but they voted almost every year. A ban on partial birth abortions. You know, the Republicans hate this. They always bring up the fact that the fetus is extracted with a suction device. You know, I don't know what it is with the Republicans. First Monica, now this. What do they have against suction devices? All right, let us bring out our panel, an actor, author, and WCW wrestler. He's one of the swell stars of Ready to Rumble, and his book is Positively Page. Diamond Dallas Page, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. There's your book. He is one of the most talented actors around. He's been in dozens of hit movies, including The Fugitive and Midnight Run, and now he's in this same movie, Ready to Rumble. Joe Pantoliano, Joey Pants. Joey, how are you? Very good. Oh, a beautiful actress whose films include Phantom and Scream, and of course, Ready to Rumble. Rose McGowan is right over here. Hi, beautiful. Thank you. And one of the stars of Scream, also trilogy and Never Been Kissed. He's the hero of Ready to Rumble, opening tomorrow. The always fashionable David Arquette, right over here. Hey, David. Good to meet you. Good to see you. Thank you. All right, we're going to get to the wrestling portion, but first we have to get to the fact that they're wrestling over this little boy in Miami. Yeah. Do you get the transition? Okay. Oh, gosh. Now, the question I have to ask today is, what if this little kid had his mother survive and his father drown? Don't you think it would be an entirely different situation? We pay a lot of lip service to the fact that...
No, it would have been the same situation. No, it would have been worse, it would have been bigger, because it's not about the kid, it's not about the parents, it's the politics of the Cuban Americans and the anti-Castro, and nobody really cares on either side about this kid anymore. Maybe the father. I believe, when I hear the father talking...
I don't care about this kid anymore. I want him to go away primarily so I don't have to hear one more news item. I'm going to be honest. Come on. You know you change the channel when the news is about him. You know you change the channel. You're like,
no, that is not America. Yeah, America, they're into it. Yeah, they're into it, and this is a CNN
Nobody's
bonanza.
asked Dr. Ruth yet what she thinks. She's like...
Dr. Ruth?
Yeah.
What does she... He's 6.
Exactly.
She's a sex therapist.
Okay.
What sick thing are you driving
maybe
at?
That's why.
Well, I think you do have a point, though. I mean, the fact that it is the father. I mean, but it's understandable. I mean, you know, the mother, she gives birth. I mean, that sort of...
Is that what they do?
I just want to let you guys in on that stuff.
I personally think the mother was here, he ought to be gone. That's what
Exactly.
Exactly.
You know, we pay this lip service to the fact that fathers are partners in upbringing the kids, but look at any custody case. The mother has to be practically smoking crack in court.
And even then, they will reunite them with the mother. And even then, they will reunite them with the mother, if at all possible. That is wrong. In those cases, it usually does turn out to be wrong.
I do think there's like a, you know, it is the year 2000. We've made a lot of changes. The Cold War's over. It's a little silly that we still have like an embargo going on in Cuba.
Those are some big words, man.
Hey, thank you.
That's David Arquette right there, baby.
I mean, it's sort of a tragedy, and I, you know, I'm all for democracy, and I know people died for us to sort of, you know, live the lives that we're living now, but I think it's, you know, to be fighting with Cuba or to have this whole thing,
They're actually
and
trying
they should open it up. I mean, it's a perfect time. It's, you know, we're of the time that, you know, we're all thinking humans, and we're all, you know, they have a different political structure, but there shouldn't be such a, you know, people should be able to fly over there. We should all, you know,
we should be able to smoke.
Elian, unite the world.
What you're saying is you want cigars cheaper.
No, we want to smoke the real cigars.
Right.
Right, Joey?
But when you think about the fact that this boy's father came here today and he's trying to get his kid from his ex-wife's mother's brothers who are huge drunks. Excuse me.
Yeah, but didn't the grandparents come over and fondle him? Wasn't that like a big thing? Like Elian,
they gave him a Walkman.
Grandparents, they came over. No, they really did. Listen, I watch the good stuff, okay?
No, but that's
selective.
Bothering stuff?
The
grandmothers. That will hold my interest. No.
The grandmothers came about a month ago.
Yeah, they were really perverted.
And they said we
pulled down his pants. I'm not kidding.
Yes, you're right. They pulled down his pants and they looked at his penis and said, "We want to see how much you've grown."
That is. I mean, maybe we shouldn't take the embargo off of Cuba.
It's cultural.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what they said. It was cultural. Okay.
I mean, it's the kids.
But anyway,
it's the guy's son, though. I mean,
can you imagine a case, the father against the ex-wife's mother's drunken brothers?
Real life is stranger than fiction.
Then you got all those people that
drunken relatives that have visitation rights.
But they don't get, no, they don't. They don't get custody. If these uncles have like 3 and 4 DUIs. They've got about...
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, they have a lot of DUIs. And if you have 4 DUIs,
but the niece is good looking. She, you know, she's out there in the front talking all the time.
The niece?
The niece,
the one who's been hospitalized 4 times for exhaustion from too many talk show appearances. That's why she is exhausted.
I have an ambulance waiting for me when I leave here.
All right, I got to take a commercial. We'll be back. Okay, now, your movie opens tomorrow. I have not got a chance to see it yet, but just from the clip and from everything I know about wrestling, I have to tell you, when I was in high school, I always got a note to get out of wrestling because I didn't want to touch other men. And to this day, I don't like to touch other men.
You're not a touchy-feely guy?
Not with other men. And I noticed that people who are into wrestling and like wrestling, probably the character you play, a huge wrestling man, they're always head-butting and chest-bumping and
Let's do a little of that right now, Bill. Come on. Let's break that wall down. Come on, Bill, it's done. Let loose. Burning Man.
Let it go.
Now, I don't want to break that wall down.
Okay.
Because the question I'm asking is, am I homophobic or are you wrestler people really gay?
No,
because, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it seems so homoerotic, this whole thing. I mean, I don't think...
Are you calling me a homo?
I'm asking...
You're not calling me erotic.
Give him the diamond cutter.
I'm asking if someone who spends a lot of his life wanting to grapple with other men is not suppressing something.
Here's the situation. I understand the high school wrestling, getting out of it. They're not paying you. There's the thing.
They don't do it because they're paying them. They do it because they like it and the pay is good.
Pay's great at this point.
I mean, you'd probably do it for less pay, wouldn't you?
I don't know how long I'd be taking those bumps in the ring, you know?
Can't say that.
There's only so many
But
times
you don't find it distasteful to touch other men.
Only when they sweat.
Depends what position.
Hey, there's one thing I did notice, no offense, DDP, but they all wear a lot of cologne. You know, just because you're always like in there, it's like, you know, you don't want to, and then, you know, after a few days of wrestling, I was like, okay, you got to put this stuff on.
Well, I have some my friends in New York, this gay couple, these two guys, and every morning, or every Sunday morning, it was their big, like, afternoon thing to just watch wrestling all day long. So at least, I mean, they're appreciative of it. I can't say that these people are thinking that that's their audience.
Hey, not that there's anything wrong with that.
No,
No,
at
I'm
all.
not saying there is anything.
At all.
No.
But as far as I'm concerned, we got a lot of little girls and...
Hey, I'm a girl. I
women
like a nice
screaming,
ass.
"Oh,
What are you
dude."
going to do? It's all right.
What did you say?
I said I'm a girl and I like a nice ass, and, you know, that's...
Oh,
Those tight little tights work.
Maybe you like a nice ass and you don't know it.
I like big
What
butts,
did you do
and
with
I
your
cannot
butt?
lie.
So I gotta ask
I'm
you.
not touching other men
Oh, wait a minute.
all the time. I'm not constantly
Wait, did you play
grappling.
basketball? Did you play basketball?
I do. I
Well,
still
what happened
play.
when you boxed out and you came in there? Where was your butt going? Oh, you've never boxed anybody out.
What does that mean?
That's a basketball term.
Yeah.
That
You're trying to
sounds
get the
so
rebound
dirty.
and you box out.
Yeah.
Your butt's going up against bada bing, you know? You ever thought about that now, did you?
I know
And
it.
football.
Maybe you don't like being on your knees.
I don't like being on my knees.
Now, he's the supplier of knee pads, not the wearer of the knee pads.
Wow.
There's actually,
Roller.
there's a funny element of wrestling where, like, you put your crotch in their face or, like, your butt in their face. There's, like, some sort of, like, you know, disgrace them in some way. I don't know. It's always kind of...
Well, there's a lot of good humor like that ready to roll.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
and Scotty.
the Greeks invented wrestling. Do I have to spell it out for you?
Very good point. Very good point.
They also invented orgies.
Yes.
With other
There wasn't
wrestlers.
wrestling.
With other wrestlers, they invented the orgies.
They also threw people to the lions. I mean, we're not Greeks here.
That was
those are
the
the Romans.
Romans.
Whatever, who cares?
We gotta-
Join us tomorrow when Bill squares off against, from movie stars Harry Hamlin, comedian and entertainer Tommy Smothers, The Norm Show's Ian Gomez, and political commentator Cecilia Scalinos.
Thank you, Mr. Michael Buffer. Thank you very much. How about that? Okay. So we're talking about whether wrestling is gay. Let's get on to something else about gay, because I love to talk gay. This is the current issue of Playboy, and I'm going to use this as an opportunity to say that we will be filming our show in May for a week at the Playboy Mansion. So that should be very...
You had nothing to do with that, did you,
I'm
Bill?
sure.
I had nothing to do with...
They're like, he's here. Just bring a camera, for God's sake. No, sorry.
Completely the network's idea.
Let's see that cover again.
Yeah. Now, these are two of Hap's current girlfriends. I've met them. They're really lovely girls, very sweet, and they're twins. And in here, there's a pictorial of them together, you know, and...
Doing gay twin stuff.
Well, I...
This is what you're saying.
I don't know.
Make them gay because they're sisters.
Oh, of course. I have sisters.
Well, they're not...
I have to get those family photos out.
They're not doing gay stuff, but they are...
Climbing
you
all
know,
over each other?
I mean, yeah, they're climbing all over each other.
He's trying to get the
exactly.
pencil.
And...
What?
I meant the pencil, you know. She's obviously writing something.
Yeah.
To somebody. About
Okay.
something.
Now,
get it.
obviously, you could not have two guys in a magazine climbing all over each, because
Not
they
Playboy.
would certainly
They have
not.
to shave their legs.
Because people would say, well, they're gay, like wrestlers.
But that's
No,
not-
I'm kidding. I kid. I just kid. I kid.
I'll be back. Thank you, Robert.
So my question is, there's obviously this double standard that when women get together, it's cute and cool and fun and chic, but when men do it, it's homosexuality and it's very serious business.
Yeah, but if you're buying the magazine called Honcho or whatever that's next to that, you're perfectly happy with two men, you know, rubbing on each other, whatnot.
What's the name of that
depends on the
magazine?
market.
Yeah,
Do it right way to go.
but I'm talking about
don't
the
know.
way society as a whole looks at it. I'm talking about the way
It's a
mainstream...
double standard.
It is a double standard.
At this point, I mean, it's cool for women to be with women, obviously, out there, and guys like to
I
see
think it's
that,
cheesy.
you know?
Hi, Jerry Springer much. Duh.
Well, Howard Stern. Howard Stern obviously made millions of dollars. He
No,
thought
I was on
people
Howard.
are
I was on Howard, and Howard's like, so are you like in Manson Wild? You like 2 women? And I said, you know what? Every dork that, no offense, that's on your show and or on Jerry Springer's like, it's my lesbian lover. You know what? I think it's actually going to be much more cool and wild to not be like that. I mean, to not be.
Just I asked 2 lesbians about what, you know, about making, you know, doing it, and they said once you get past the out of
What do you mean by that, bro?
Easy cheesy. Easy cheesy.
Where you going?
You're never getting a woman again for the rest of your natural life. I hope you enjoy Honcho.
I hope you enjoy.
That's not true.
I had coffee right before I came on.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I would tend to agree with you. And of course, I'm in my 40s now.
You look
You look
great.
good.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I wasn't fishing for that, but I'm glad it
You pulled it
From
in.
one man to
bit the
another.
hook on my line.
Well, I think as far as, you know, the world goes and our nation, people
Rome.
are really...
Our nation of Rome.
Rome.
Our nation, Rome, yes. That people are really like, you know, they're slow, you know, I mean, me included, but no, I
do you
mean,
mean
come
slow?
on, you know, it's the new millennium, or we've like
Whatever the hell we're supposed
evolved.
to call it.
Come on, people, it's like over, you know, the whole like
What's
gay
over?
bashing thing. I mean, people still do it all the time,
Well,
but
we're not talking about gay
it's
bashing.
acceptable. I mean, everything's acceptable.
Well,
you know,
not
2
to-
guys, you know, should be able to take pictures with 2 guys running around, and 2 girls, and
They do.
you know, whatever.
That's
you know,
bad.
it's no
But
big
that-
deal.
That
That's
doesn't
not
sell
the way-
magazines.
It does
That's
too.
not the way it is.
Women have
It
beautiful
does-
bodies.
Put 2 guys on that
I
cover,
have
you're not going to
purchased
sell
black
any
inches,
magazine.
My
No.
friend, is
I
all
like
I'm
that
gonna
one.
say.
I'm good.
Right. This is a mainstream magazine.
correct, yeah.
Okay, that sells millions of copies. 2 guys
Well, they don't
would
have
be
any
a
men
very
on there.
limited
They don't have
market.
any men on there, even just with the women, because a man that's sitting there in the bathroom going like that, they don't
What's
want
he
to
doing?
like see any. Sorry, bad hands. They don't want to see any competition.
Okay, but
They don't want to watch.
what we're getting, what I'm trying to
Oh my God,
ask
I'm
is,
right
what are
now.
you asking?
is when it seems like society feels now that if 2 women kiss, well, let's just say kiss, fool around, it's not a big thing. I mean, if 2 women just do it, okay, they got a little drunk, they shared a kiss, so what?
It's
It's
lot of
not
people cheering.
homosexuality, they're
You know.
just cool chicks.
No, they're
Where
not,
if 2
they're
guys
dumb.
did it, you're homos.
If you're
Pretty
not
much.
a lesbian and you're just doing it like you're on MTV Spring Break and someone's going, woo, and you're kissing Tammy because, woo, ah, you're a loser, okay? You're a loser. That's all I'm saying.
How do you really feel about it, baby?
That was
But you're
my
not-
little PSA announcement. I just had to break that
But
up.
you're not officially a lesbian.
I'm not a lesbian.
I don't mean you. I don't mean, no, I'm not saying you.
Calm
But
down.
it's okay if I am.
I'm talking about the 2 people you were talking about. If 2
No,
girls...
they're not. They're dumb.
Hey, I personally, I kissed Elliot Gould once. And,
How was he?
he was good.
I
A
would
little
never
sloppy,
see Elliot
a little
Gould.
sloppy, a little
Elliot
sloppy,
Gould.
but you know.
Were you trying to
It's
get to
dark.
Streisand?
That's dark.
No, actually, I was doing a movie. You know,
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
playing a
John.
male
Very
hustler.
good.
I see.
And I had to kiss him, and you know, that's life. I
He's
just
a
wanted
large-
to share that
yeah.
with everyone. So out there, if you think I'm gay, hey, you're, you know, closed-minded. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. That's,
no,
you
but
know.
that you had a part.
So come on, Bill, me and you, kiss right now.
No.
Am I like the only person on the set?
that homophobia. Just rub it in.
I've thought of that because I've seen movies where guys kiss. I thought, what if they offered me a part? Not that I'm out looking for them, but and said, you know, $3 million. I would be a real dilemma.
No,
to
it
kiss
wouldn't for the love
Well,
of
now
God.
you go for the money, you sell yourself?
I,
So now you're a prostitute.
right. Now I'm not just gay, I'm a whore.
We're all lesbians, we're all prostitutes.
I'm a gay prostitute. How did I get from this
Santa
thing?
Monica
Where I got
Boulevard.
I know. First
Oh my God.
I was getting a note to get out of wrestling, and now I'm a male prostitute?
That's how it begins.
That's America, baby. Land of the free. Ain't it great?
Okay, we got to take a break. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to be ringside at Politically Incorrect, call 323-575-4321.
right, your movie Ready to Rumble opens tomorrow. Let me ask you one quick wrestling question. They don't allow a wrestler called the wife beater. He wanted to call himself that. Yet they do allow one called the hitman. Why is it worse to be a wife beater than a hitman?
Because a hitman gets paid.
Because the people in that audience, no offense, are people that would be like, hey man, I need my wife too. Woo! That's why.
All right, there's your answer. Tomorrow we have Harry Hamlin, Tommy Smothers, Ian Gomez, and Tasia Scalinos, who I had a case of that the other day. Thank you very much, folks.